there, manga fans and cosmic horror enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Over Manga Cast, where on today's episode we're diving into the wonderfully weird world of The Elder Sister-like One, a manga that asks the question, now, what if Lovecraftian horror were wholesome? Picture this, a lonely kid that, for no unforeseen reason, seems to be hated by absolutely everyone in his life, makes a contract with an ancient cosmic being who decides to become his Ani, his big sister. Yeah, you heard that right. It's like if Cthulhu decided to pack your lunch and help you with your homework. Living the dream. Or maybe nightmare? Join us as we indulge in creator Pochi Iida, who has somehow managed to make the unusually terrifying concept of elder gods and turned it into some kind of heartwarming story about family, belonging, and the occasional, tentacle-based head pat. And then some. Wink, wink. I'm your host, Jay, and on this episode, we're exploring these first 13 and a half chapters of this uniquely Japanese take on cosmic horror, meeting domestic bliss? ? So grab your favorite Eldritch snack and settle into your non-Euclidean couch or whatever listening vessel you choose, and let's discuss on why this manga just might make you say, what? Let's start the episode.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Over Manga Cast. My name is Sam, and as always here at the top of the show, we talk about our familiarity with the material that we read this week. So I started reading Lovecraftian horror back in high school, but I don't remember this being a part of the mythos involving the Black Goat of the Wood. Maybe it's something that just got lost in the correspondence between Howard and Ashton Clark. Anyway, Jake, how about you?
No, never heard of this particular thing.
Matt, how about you?
Yeah. I mean, I'd not heard of this particular series, but I'd been a fan of the mangaka for a while, known for his famous catchphrase, catch you on the flip side, dude meisters, and being a fond friend of Itchy and Scratchy. It's Poochie, right?
Sure. And Jay, you were the one that actually recommended this to the show, so.
Yeah, and I can't even begin to tell you how I stumbled upon it. But yeah, I don't know. I think I mentioned it one-off at some other time, and I was just like, yeah, I really random out there ecchi manga, and yeah.
And now here we are.
Lol 69, because we have good jokes on this show.
We are adults.
That we do, and that we are. We open up with the saddest young man you ever did see.
Aw, poor baby.
Yes. Insert sad manga protagonist here. Got
Wait,
it.
we're reading more of March Comes In Like a Lion?
Oh, if only.
It's not far off for like the main character vibes, because at least at first, because our main character, he seems by all accounts to just be an unassuming young man, very polite, very nondescript, going about his life, and everybody inexplicably freaking hates him.
Yeah,
So-
for some reason, he's literally pigeonholed into being, aw, poor baby. We need to, nurture and take care of this poor baby.
Well, yeah, because he's you.
But
Uh,
he's at a hospital talking with some doctors and two other adults, presumably his caregivers. As they walk away, the woman of the couple begins to loudly complain about how I can't believe my brother-in-law has been hospitalized with anime dying to death disease. But at least it gets that brat out of our house. Dear, he's still within earshot. I don't care. Nobody likes that waste of space. Now we can save money on food. Okay, tell us how you really feel.
I was just gonna say that it really mirrors March Goes Out Like a Lion.
and now we have successfully woobied the main character. Do you feel sympathy yet?
Sympathy, please? Please.
Sympathy.
It is funny. This is such a trope. I'm not annoyed by it, which I normally would be. I just like, okay, this is character shorthand now. I don't know how to feel about that.
No, you gotta feel really bad for me because you're about to be really disgusted by the things it takes to make me come.
It is. It's got at least a modicum more effort put into it than. God, what isekai was it where the guy was literally just like, I'm a bullied shut-in who lives inside my room. Oh no, I've had a heart attack. All right, cool fantasy world. Like,
Well, that also is kind of this is a trope now because that's also Sweet Home. That's the
yeah.
backstory for the main character of Sweet Home. Like this is a trope that like this is shorthand now. Insert Wooby here. Like
but we get this kid's backstory. His parents died at a young age. He's been passed around to various family members. None
Who
of
are
whom
all like the absolute worst of garbage human beings ever. So much so that you're like, these people are not real.
because if literally any of them has a human soul in their body, the plot can't happen. That's why.
basically his extended family are portrayed as shadow monsters taunting him, being like, man, that kid, he sure is so polite, but it's just to hide what a weirdo he is. Do you see how much he talks to himself?
Isn't it rude how polite he is? Like they're a half step away from literally saying that.
Yeah.
And like the funny thing is his uncle is the least worst, but he also hates him for no reason. Like it's honestly the least justified.
His uncle's literally just like, hey, stay out of my shed.
Okay, I'll only talk to you if I have to. Stay out of the shed.
Here's money for food. Stay out of the shed.
You really,
Did I mention staying out of the shed?
You're really bringing up this stay out of the shed thing a lot. Yeah, so stay out of the shed. Oh God, I have a heart attack or something. I've got anime dying to death disease.
That's definitely not related to what he does in the shed or who he does in the shed.
Yep.
Hospital. So you was looking around. It's like, okay, where's this insurance card? It's nowhere in the house. Oh, it's got to be in the shed. Okay, I guess I'm going in the shed.
Which is amazing because this man is sitting in the hospital for months until this insurance card gets brought up again.
I love how this is found like just randomly.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh man, so I guess he's just been racking up a bit, or the kid said he had to pay out of pocket for his like expenses or something.
He would have had to pay out of pocket when the bills came due at the end of the month. He happens to find it right before the bills come due.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how time passes. We know that it's summer vacation, but aside from that, we don't know how long any of this is.
I mean, there's 104 days of summer vacation. So
it goes at the speed of plot.
Damn it, he beat me to it. But yeah, he goes around the shed, can't find it. Maybe it's in this non-conspicuous chest.
There's a cute rat that definitely won't come up again later.
Yes. Oh, the non-conspicuous chest has a false bottom that leads to a staircase.
This is completely normal and not worthy of suspicion.
I should go, but
check
I'm
out
not.
What's below there.
To be fair, he is a teenager. I would probably go to at his age.
My uncle did tell me to stay out of his fuck shed.
I'm also a teenage boy, so I'm going inside of this shed.
But he's dying, so.
So he goes down the staircase in the coffin. Wait, this isn't the Magnus Archives. He goes down the staircase in the chest and finds a non-Euclidean underground chamber. God damn it, it is the Magnus Archives.
Wait, hold on. Does the Magnus Archives have a wall vagina?
I was gonna say the succubus rune randomly on the wall in blood.
I'm not gonna answer for spoilers.
Oh wow.
Dig.
Man, I really do need to catch up with the Magnus Archives.
But yeah, he goes down into Eldritch Wizard Lab A, Horny Edition, because yes, succubus rune on the wall. That's very suggestive. and he accidentally steps in the ritual circle. Some black goop appears and then turns into
A succubus.
I think I've seen this one on Monster Girl Encyclopedia. But yeah, succubus, busty lady, goat legs, horns, tentacle hair, the works.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "Huh, you haven't fallen to your knees groveling or screaming in terror. That's new. Who are you? Are you an angel?"
Oh, honey.
No. No.
If she was a wheel with, well, actually, no. Wait, it makes sense. She's got the eyeball necklace, so that's the wheel. The wheel of eyes.
Yeah. Also, he just thinks she's really pretty. Pretty lady. He's like, yeah, you have to be an angel. He's really dropping that riz.
I love his reasoning for calling her an angel is, "You're the only person who's ever asked what I wanted." Ruby! Stop! It stops being sympathetic really fast when you do this.
Literally the only person who's ever asked him what he wanted is an eldritch abomination that's trying to lure him into a devil deal.
Yeah, that's bound to give him a Faustian bargain.
You're the only person who's ever asked about my needs. I'm going to immediately abuse that by making you my fetish fuel. Aww.
Well, I am the black goat of the wood with 1,000 youngs, so I am into some freaky shit.
Wait, she's Black Phillip?
She's I'm not gonna say it. It's a
they're
name
different.
that
They're different?
it's a name that H.P. Lovecraft came up with. I'm not gonna say it. Shub something. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh. So she's not gonna offer him the taste of butter in a pretty dress.
No, alas, no. Well, nice reference.
Indeed. But
that's always what I appreciate, when I'm verbally told I made a nice reference. Good job.
Congratulations, you win.
Aha, I recognize that.
But in exchange for what he treasures most, she will give him one wish. What is it that you wish for? The big sister, I'm so lonely. Sure, I'll be your own H-Shun. Hold on, there's a big tentacle monster coming. Let me just kill that real quick. All right, cool. You passed out from the horrors beyond human comprehension. Wait, hold on. Wait, what's your name? You from the kanji for twilight? Okay, then I'll call myself Chio, from the kanji for night. Okay. Why don't you have tentacle hair anymore? This is what humans look like, right? Sure. Did I do something wrong? You're looking at me crazy. Hold on. No, grab my boobs. Is my heartbeat working?
Oh my god. Can't thou not feel my beating heart? Not through looking like half a foot of flesh, lady.
It's sort of funny because I buy that the character you is not doing this as a fetish thing. Because he's so often caught off guard by it. But dear God, is it the author?
I think maybe you, deep down in his heart of hearts, has the fetish.
Oh yeah, no, that I would agree with. But like, he's not trying to do this.
This wish was not initially a sexual thing. It just immediately was like, oh my God, this awoken something in me. Oh no!
Must repress.
Please, I need a big sister. I need a family member. I'm so lonely. I'll be your big sister.
Not like that. Probably not like that. Maybe like that. No, not like that.
Definitely like that.
And that's the rest of the manga, folks.
That it wasn't in our reading, but if there was a chapter that was legitimately just pegging.
Yep. The number of times where he talks about Chio being inside him, it's like, kid, we don't take shame on the Over Manga Cast.
So I don't know. This is the first manga we've read that's like really fetishy, where just every single one of them I was just diametrically opposed to, and I was just like, nope. Okay, nope. don't want to be penetrated, but I guess this guy really wants to. So, okay.
It just wasn't your kink, and that's fine.
It was not. I am kink asking why the entire time.
Yep.
Oh, God, we know that this is Eldritch Horror because I'm in alignment with Matt. That never happens.
But yeah, we get the basic like character back and forth in chapter 2, where Yu is like, oh God, no, wait, hold on, I've got a huge boner about this, no, and Chio is like, haha, I'm an Eldritch Abomination, I don't know what humans do.
Which, on its own, I think is adorable, by the way. It's dangerous, but it's adorable.
This does have a lot of cute like, okay, so
It is delightful.
This is tropey trash, but it is well executed tropey trash.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't not enjoy it.
Yeah,
I guess.
it's very easy to read.
It succeeded in executing all the tropes it was going for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like whether or not you enjoyed the tropes, your mileage may vary, which I think is probably where the problem mostly lies for some of the members of the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, because Chio will just be, very cheerful and bright. And then we're reminded that she's an Eldritch Abomination when she's like, okay, I need to make you a healthy snack with lots of nutrients. So if I just use the fact that I'm a fertility being to produce a placenta.
No, do not do that.
But they're
That
really
is not a thing brothers and sisters do.
Oh.
They don't feed
okay.
each other placenta? What?
Especially not one that she produced.
Oh. And the woobiness is not just for you. It starts.
She gets woobied so hard. Jesus.
Literally, there are some chapters where I'm like, okay, so this isn't the same character anymore. Like, this is not. Oh, this is her like hidden side. This is like she's now suddenly cares about all of this.
Yeah, you kind of teeter on like, is it really her, or is she really playing up a character for his amusement kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, so I was going to save this towards near the end, just because this is usually a discussion question, but like, clearly what's going on here is that the manga has two paths it can go down. Either she's method acting, and her being this invested in you is all setting up the dark twist where she, like, eats him or some such nonsense. Or she is as much of a woobie as she presents, and she's actually, like, making a connection with the only creature in that universe that is equally woobied. Like, it's one of the two.
Yeah.
And honestly, both are valid options, and it could go either way. It's just, which do you prefer?
The thing that she said is, I'll grant your wish in exchange for the thing you treasure most. Oh, but I've lived a life of pure misery and treasure nothing, so become the thing that I treasure. Yeah, inevitably she's gonna get, like, destroyed in some way to fulfill the contract. And
like, I could see the horror route is like she splits off her love for you into a separate being and then like crushes it or kills it or eats it or some such nonsense. Or alternatively, she is that much of a woobie and it's going to go for the wholesome ending.
Or counterpoint, because she's such a strong demon, they need to introduce an angel that calls herself Day, and then he gets smushed between the two older sisters.
That's not mutually exclusive with either option.
I'm just saying, when your boy's name is Twilight.
Now that you say that, that is inevitable. I wouldn't have thought of that, but that is inevitable.
Nah, he's cooking. He's onto something, and I don't know if I like it.
It depends on if you want this to be an episode of Sis Confidential.
I don't think we have a choice in the matter.
Yeah.
Purely unintentional, by the way. I realized later on that could be, sorry.
I don't think you're sorry. I don't believe you.
Let's dive into this. Jay, how did you think a manga called The Elder Sister-like One wouldn't be a Sis Confidential manga?
I don't know. I thought her sister could be like going out and trying to seduce other people.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, you invite a monster into your home, and then like they just eat everyone else, but they protect you for some weird reason. and then you find out later that this person who's been taking care of you that you've really trusted is actually a monster, and like the version of themselves they presented around you is like 180 from how they actually were.
Huh.
Just a thought.
I like the
You
alternative where sweet and innocent Jay didn't see the dynamic coming, but that also is.
You would love the White Court vampires in the Dresden Files. We enter some slice of life shenanigans with with like a mildly brewing cosmic horror thing in the background, because we occasionally
Very mild.
we occasionally hear about Yu's uncle with his condition in the hospital, where he's like comatose, will occasionally wake up, rave madly, and then fall back unconscious.
And they've discovered wounds that appear to be self-inflicted, so they have him under watch in case he does something regrettable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no time to think about that, because oops, you went to go pick a flower and fell in the paddy field. Time for a shower.
Naughty boy.
Shenanigans ensue. I will say, I like the punchline for this. There was so much effort put into this punchline with Geo doesn't understand how hoses work. So
Yeah.
like, the hose obviously ends up being, I'm not going to say it's a metaphor for something, but it is very overtly a metaphor for something.
because she's using her tentacles to wash him down.
As you do.
Yeah.
And also while whispering into his ear what a good boy he is.
Yeah.
It feels like there's something in your pocket. Oh yeah, the flower I picked for you earlier. Oh,
Saved
you.
by the
That's
flower.
thank you. That's so sweet. Oh no, I've been standing on the hose this whole time, and it exploded from
And
the
the
pent-up
hose
pressure.
exploded. Yeah. It's one of those ones where it's like, if you're gonna make jokes like this, make them clever. I liked that one. That was funny. I laughed at that. Wah wah.
This is part of the woobying of Chio, because she's like,
I've never received a gift before in all of the thousands of years I've existed.
But also the fact that she also like harps on people used to give her like sacrifices. And I'm like, what are sacrifice gift? What the heck?
See, I think that's the thing. It's like, Yu has been like neglected to the point of never having a true connection. Chio was worshipped, but it was always like people seeking something, like making sacrifices to their dark god for blessings.
In exchange for something, yeah.
She's never been given a gift just to get one.
Yeah. To be clear, as I mentioned before, this is extremely tropey. It's well done tropey. Like, here's the funny thing. Like, kind of like with what I said before about, like, I buy that you didn't do the fetish on purpose, like that was pure accident, and that the shenanigans that follow is like an awakening completely separate from his original intentions. Onto the fact that, like, genuinely she could just be method acting and is planning on eating him or some such nonsense. I do buy, like, their connection, as it were. Like, it works as a narrative trope to tug on your heartstrings and get you invested in them. Because if you want to have the cheesy happy ending where they make an emotional connection, hopefully not that kind, but we're not going to get into that, then she is like that is how you would make a connection between these two woobies. Alternatively, if you want to have the gut punch be harder, woobying her to his level, like her woobying herself to his level so it can be a better knife twist, is what you would do. It's also kind of funny how tropey it is. It knows what it is, and it revels in it to its benefit.
Yeah.
You gotta have those nightmares. Wooby nightmares.
Indeed. So, the wooby nightmare of all the, like, faceless adults, like, with their, what a creepy kid. I can't wait to get him out of my house. This weirdo, I hope he's alone forever. I'm like, damn, what did my man do? What is your problem, people? What is so wrong? So, you know, he wakes up from his nightmare. It's like 3 a.m. Chio is also awake because eldritch beings don't sleep. She must absorb more knowledge about the world. And he's like, how about we just, like, I don't know, go for a walk? clear our heads. Oh yeah, that sounds wonderful. Let's go. They go for a walk. He sees a silhouette on the at a fork in the road, and it's like, let's go down the other road. Oh, you see that thing too?
You can see the spirits, you?
I actually can. Oh, neat. I thought humans couldn't. Yeah, I could see them all my life, and well, I was never really good at ignoring them, so I was always like looking at them or talking to them, and people thought I was a weirdo for it, and that's why I'm ostracized.
And that's the justification for the woobying.
And I'm like, they would think he's weird, not to the point where they'd literally like let him starve, right?
Interesting. That's a really cool character motivation. Let's do nothing with that and just have sexy shenanigans for the rest of our
Let's
reading.
never bring it up again. Well, I kind of once, but we'll get to it. Yeah, and again, this is another case where it's like, okay, we ticked the trope box. Now let's get back to the thing that we're here for.
Yeah, it was also the thing of like Chio going, wow, that thing that made you different and ostracized you from all of normal society, I think it actually makes you even cooler and better than everyone else.
Oh my gosh. He does not have good discernment simply because he's been so neglected, of course.
Thank you, One-chan.
You didn't notice. You just had to move your hair out of your eyes and take off your glasses. Because you got that sweet cock, my boy. You got that sweet cock.
Oh my god.
The degree to which that they will depict Chio as down bad for you is a choice.
She's down bad for you. Yes.
I can only assume, as a succubus, when she was like, yes, I need to be your One-chan, I better look up on the internet what an One-chan is.
Oh god.
That would
What is
explain
this
it.
safe search? I will turn this off. I do not need to be safe. I am more powerful than any threat.
Yes, 100%.
An One-chan is basically a mom that you can fuck because
sex
she's
mommy.
your sister. Yes, obviously, I'll take one sex mommy, please.
No, that's you after the character development. Is this a positive character arc or a negative character arc?
Jeez. Just think if all Eldritch horrors just became sex mommies. Weird. We'd be doomed.
I mean, there is the manga that is literally just what if Eldritch horrors were like hot women.
Yes.
Howard is rolling in his heavily graffitied grave right now. We learned that that's why you was ostracized. There's more, like cute and sexy shenanigans as they head back home. I did really like this one on the whole teaching, the cosmic being how to people. Chio's just like, this woman on the TV is the same woman as last time. Yes, she's just wearing a different outfit. Wow. So humans are different people from like person to person. Crazy.
Yeah, I know, right?
And he's like, wow, that's so cute. Wait, we humans think that like bugs are indistinguishable. Oh, well, that's unsettling to think about. I'm going to stop doing that.
I'm going to stop doing that because we need to do a bit about lap pillow.
Yes.
Lap pillow and ear cleaning and tentacle play.
I was honestly surprised at the ear cleaning because I had never thought about that. And I'm like, damn, this has everything. This has everything.
He really wants to be penetrated in the ear.
Oh, yes. Well, it doesn't count,
Oh, no, don't do the other one, he said as he rolled over, presenting himself. The fucking side view they have that is just the Dojin penetration.
They did the Dojin cutaway, yeah. But for his ear canal.
That sexy, sexy ear canal. No one are alike.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's just got his Ahalgal face going on while he's drooling all over her lap.
Did we mention this kid's 14?
Oh, yes.
I don't like it.
But he's typical teenage boy.
14-year-olds never orgasm. And if you're 14 and you do, something's wrong with you.
Uh,
So yeah, we have the tentacle ear sex.
No need to
She-
make it so lewd. She was just cleaning his ear, Sam. Make
Yeah,
it so sexual.
she was just getting down deep in both holes because you can't leave only one.
Yeah.
Got to be a gentleman.
Yeah. You made it weird, Sam.
I guess I am the one making it weird.
yeah, but fortunately, there's a big depiction of a bunch of fish that distracts Chio.
And in the least tropey part of this manga, Chio goes like, "I would love to see the ocean someday. We should take you to go see the ocean. That'd be great." The ocean is not brought up again.
There's never a beach episode, at least in our reading.
The really weird part is they're like, yeah, we're gonna go to the beach next chapter, and then the next chapter is about how they got reined in. And then it's never brought up again. Like, just have the next chapter after that be the beach episode. I guess they're saving. Well, they're not even saving Chio in a bathing suit because they do that later.
Nah, we have verisimilitude in this house because we had plans to go do a thing. Inclement weather stopped the thing. We'll definitely do it again this next week, and then the plan never manifests. Is very real.
I think there's weird setup that she can't go too far away from the property, maybe, but like I don't know.
It's not acknowledged in
super
any
clear.
meaningful detail.
The thing they're more concerned about with the sudden rain is that they left all the clothes out to dry, and now they're all getting rained on.
Because she's such a ditz. She just, can't remember all the human things.
Yeah. We also find out that Yu is afraid of thunder, which seems to be hinted at that it's more traumatic to like why his parents are gone, but currently it's just he's scared of thunder. So don't worry. Older sister's gonna have you stare at her cooter.
That will calm you down.
Yeah, because he makes a reference to Raijin, the god of thunder. She's like, "Ha, a rival god has come to terrify you. I will destroy him." No, it's just folklore. It's just folklore. Do not go fight the sky. But I wanna.
Girl, same. Girl.
You're getting worked up. Here, get on your knees and go under my skirt. There you go.
I'm not even kidding how many guys I would probably calm down.
I didn't. This isn't what I meant when I said from the folklore that you have to hide under a mosquito net from Raijin.
I do like their different mental images.
Yeah, of the god. But she's like, "Here, hide under my mosquito net. This is just your skirt. I'm less than 2 inches from your panties. Don't sniff." I'm like, "Oh fuck, dude."
14.
Not sniff the pants.
Fancy.
But yeah, good thing the manga never makes it weird. The other thing that I think is kind of cute, like the endearing bit for them is Chio makes the comment that Yu isn't scared of the things that can actually hurt him. It's all the harmless things that he's actually scared of. Yeah, this is another insert Wooby here moment.
Yeah,
I'm actually afraid of not having a family again because Chio, everything we do together is something you would do with a family member, with no exception.
There, nothing weird going on.
Not a single exception.
We are in the backwoods mountains, so maybe that explains it.
Oh no.
God.
We get a little cooking.
A little cooking show, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Most of these ingredients are horrifying and are not able to be consumed.
But they look cool, right?
Hello, I am the terror of the deep.
Vegetables harvested from the garden. This octopus-looking thing. I think this is a plant.
Yeah, and then that brings us to the end of volume 1, where because this is an ecchi manga, we need just several full-page spreads at the back of the chapter of just Chio dressed way hotter than she is in any of the chapters we read. So,
Yep.
I will say one thing. The covers they put on the volumes really oversell what goes on in the chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Frankenfran in that.
Well, it's like Frankenfran in that it's overselling what's going on inside. But the thing about Frankenfran is that's the bit, because you open to the the cover page and then it shows that it's not that. Where this is just more vanilla than that. Like,
I don't know. I think if Frankenfran applied herself, she could totally just be like a full page model.
She's a doctor.
Yeah. So obviously
she doesn't need it. Oh, differing worldviews there. That's the tapestry that makes the world so wonderful.
Holy shit, this mangaka's a VTuber?
Yeah.
Oh,
Amazing.
Didn't know that.
Yep.
Does this enhance your opinion of them?
If anything, it lowers it.
So that's volume 1 of the 2 that we read. I think this is a good spot to take a quick break.
Yeah, we definitely need to contemplate those covers. There's some very deep analysis that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very tentacly deep, yes.
Yes.
God,
So
stop gooning for a VTuber.
We'll be right back. And welcome back to the show, folks, where last we left our... whatever this
Woobies.
is. Our
Woobie
woobies,
woobies.
yes. The booby woobies.
Yes.
Slice of life, vaguely sexy shenanigans were happening. We will now proceed to do more of that. Oh no, Chio cut her finger while cooking.
Naughty Shio.
You know, I hear if you put spit on a wound, it heals faster. Allow me to fillet your finger.
Allow me to hot to a spit on that thing.
Buy talk to a coin. I guess.
Yeah, let's really nail down when we recorded this.
Memes never die.
Invest in Haktua coin. I'm sure it's gonna go great.
Indeed. But so he licks her finger to help heal it.
Yeah, licks is.
Yeah, this is the point where it's like, I buy that you didn't like say be my sister for any kind of kinky thing. This is the point where it's like, yep, this is an awakening. There's no other interpretation for this sequence.
You has a femdom like fetish that borders on like just bisexuality.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to interpret that.
He just wants to suck her off. I don't.
You know, yeah, I think you're onto something. Maybe. I don't know. Listen, the point being, he gets so flustered watching her slurp up some noodles and lick her finger and lick her lips that he bites his tongue. And she's like, "Oh, right. Spitting on a wound helps cure it. Here, let me just shove my fingers in your mouth and use my demon magic to cure the wound. And now I'll use your human magic to cure it by putting my tongue in your mouth."
You also say, "Let me put my fingers in your mouth," but we get a side view of her shoving her entire hand into his.
Yeah.
Also, just a reminder: she wears long, like, elbow length black gloves, so there's just a large black cylinder entering his mouth.
Because she needs to be in demon form for this for some reason.
Yeah, it basically just gives like Black Butler vibes. You know what I mean, girls. Anyway.
There are tentacles in the background for no particular reason.
For all the girlies in the audience, it gives Black Butler vibes.
Yeah.
For all the girlies in I would not be surprised if this manga had a like sizable female following, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Girls love twinks.
Yeah.
They do.
But she gives him some tongue in order to heal his wound, And then we remember that she's an eldritch abomination where she's like, Kia, his blood is so tasty.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Sure. But we can't end on a sexy beat. We have to end on a wholesome beat. So even though she used her demon magic to heal her own wound, she still has the bandage on because it reminds her of him.
How
Sweet.
cute.
So cute.
Wholesome, I guess.
Indeed. I do actually like this next chapter. It opens up with you going on like some errands, to like just around town, going to the hospital to check on the uncle, and Chio stays home and just enters like manic cleaning mode. And she does all the laundry, she cleans the futons, she makes a whole bunch of food because she saw a new recipe that she wanted to try. The entire time she's trying that, her tentacles are still cleaning, and then she makes way too much food, and I'm just like, yeah, I have days where I just do too much.
Enter autopilot.
Enter autopilot mode.
Oh, but we gotta get some etchy stuff in.
Yeah, she has to sniff his shirt because there's some of his laundry that didn't go in the cycle.
Yeah, she has to pass out sniffing his shirt. Jesus.
Yeah. It's pretty hot and heavy.
We get a tease of a character whose name gets censored. Because that's gonna be a big reveal.
The name gets censored with wingdings.
Wingdings.
Yeah, it's a yeah, Cthulhu Fatagan. Yeah, this is the standard slice of life thing where it's like every certain number of chapters you have to sprinkle in some kind of plot to assure people that something is going to happen eventually. Don't worry.
But for once, she did so much that she actually wore herself out and went to sleep. How cute. Anyway, bugs.
All of the critters.
All of the little creatures. Because Chio is fascinated with seeing the world from a human perspective. Because from her previous, eldritch understanding of the world, she didn't bother to differentiate between things and have any amount of curiosity. So actually shrinking herself down to the human scale has given her a verve to go out and understand the world, which actually is kind of cute. I really like this one too.
Oh yeah,
this is definitely leaning towards the fact that this is not some kind of ruse and that she's genuinely experiencing some sort of growth.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She basically, for it to be the sad version, which is still possible, but for it to be the sad version, she basically has to be method acting. And for either of them to work, both have to be a possibility. So this does a good job of establishing the idea that this isn't simply her, marinating.
That's another chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
We haven't gotten there yet.
When they go to the Great Salt Lake.
Oh God. Please, no.
No, wait. We still have to go through this chapter where Chio gets a bunch of sticky white stuff all over her face.
Oh my God. She runs through a spider web and it's just, oh no, I'm covered in sticky stuff. Oh.
It's all over. I can't get it off. Yukun, can you help me?
Yukun, you did this to me.
Yeah.
It's all
naughty boy. Get it off. They know exactly what they're going for.
Really? Because I missed it. Why don't you explain in glorious detail?
No, thank you.
Oh,
I choose not to.
But yeah, she ends up deciding to start a vendetta against all mosquitoes.
Yes, because how dare they suck her precious Yukun's blood?
Hey, no matter whatever works. I mean, really, same girl.
Only I am able to suck it.
Yep.
God, wait until she finds out that only female mosquitoes do the sucking.
Those hussies.
100%.
Yeah, maybe you might do some of the sucking sometimes.
In order to prevent her from enacting a planet-wide mosquito genocide, which would probably have very negative repercussions on the food chain, Yu's just like, we're just gonna get some mosquito repellent and scents, and it's a human spell. It's human magic. You don't gotta do nothing. But I want to destroy them. If any pass this barrier, they will know hell. You're blowing this a bit out of proportion, Nechan. Or One-chan.
Are we going to talk about chapter 9.5?
It's the blowjob chapter.
There it is.
It's, oh, Yukun, you're covered in mosquito bites. I heard in a book that you're supposed to suck the venom out. Did you? Don't worry, I just came out of the bath where I flashed my ass. That's there.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the chapter cover of this is the most explicit because
Yeah.
you looks like he's being assaulted.
Uh-huh. He's getting felt up by them tentacles.
Yeah, but essentially it's literally just, oh, let me suck the poison out. Get in a chair that we're gonna put the chair in the middle of the room, and I'm essentially just gonna give you a lap dance from behind as I legitimately gagged at the scene where she's licking his mosquito bite.
Yeah,
That was
weird.
that was
to
not
each his own.
yeah. And then you becomes very you gets very close to being penetrated is really what
Yes.
happens.
Yes.
But
That's
luckily,
Did you see the foot and the toe? Yes, he was very close to the edge.
she licks or one of her tentacles touches a mosquito bite he has on his foot, but unfortunately he already put mosquito repellent on there, which like shocks her away from him, and he was about to
Yeah, yeah.
he was about to blur the line between brother and sister.
Yeah. He was really he collapses, presumably from the blood loss.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bloodbath, yes.
Blood was involved, yes.
Blood was definitely not in his head at the time.
Uh-huh. No, not in that head at any rate.
The next chapter has one of the oldest jokes in the book.
They're both splattered with what appears to be blood. I'm sorry, Yukun. I cannot be your One-chan. Oh, sister. It's okay. Everybody makes a mess sometimes. I didn't know you weren't supposed to microwave eggs!
And of course it's chocolate.
Uh-huh.
And
I made such a mess.
Yeah, this is where one of the 3 chapters that have any kind of plot at all happen.
Yes.
you mean allude to plot, because I don't think we got any actual answers in our entire reading.
No, we didn't.
And we never will.
This is plot for a slice of life series.
Look, it's no RoboFucker warranty, but I'll take
it. But yeah, there is a Giga Rat. We need to find the Giga Rat.
A rat that looks like it's a rat that looks like it has human hair.
Yeah, I thought that for a second that it was going to be one of the cats of Ulthar. Like, that's definitely not a rat. What is that thing? And we were just going to go deeper down the Lovecraft rabbit hole. But
they remember the fuck cellar exists in this chapters.
Mm-hmm.
And Chio is really uncomfortable about going into the fuck cellar. I can't imagine why.
Please, Yukun, if you're going to go down there, don't judge me. I still want to be your One-chan, okay? I can't remember what happened that day that I met her. That thing that attacked us. I wonder if... And then he opens his eyes and it's just a really messy study. I made a mess and I didn't clean up because I didn't know you were coming down here. Oh. Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, I'll go look for the rat upstairs. You clean up down here. Okay. All right, now I get to do more else.
Yeah, and I guess it's kind of implied that there's an entire squadron of rats down here, all with human hair, and she says something to the that these rats are like dark magic familiars.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Someone of the left-hand path practitioners. Yeah, okay, that's ever gonna come up.
like the uncle was using her to study dark magic, I guess. He wasn't just fucking his succubus.
These are probably the rats from the Rats in the Walls. Or the horror on Thunder Mountain. No, those were humans so terribly inbred they turned into mole people.
Well, this is a manga about fucking your sister, so
You know what? Yeah, it's the Thunder Mountain mole people.
Lovecraft. That's what happens when you don't have the constitution for math.
She liquefies all the rats.
At least one of them. They set it up so it's like
There's several of them trapped in her void.
they frame it vaguely enough that they can turn it into whatever they need to later when they decide to actually have more plot chapters.
it does appear to be a pool of black ichor with several rat skeletons in it, but it could be a lot of things, I'll give you that.
You is like, maybe it just flat out into the mountains where it can live a nice, peaceful rat life with plenty of food. Oh yeah, I guess that is a thing that could have happened.
You're such a kind wooby. Oh yeah. That is actually a good line where she's like, "Oh, that is an option, huh?"
Oops, maybe next time.
Did not even consider something other than murder. Oh.
That's a good eldritch entity moment.
Yep. So anyway, who's ready for some nice, ripe, juicy fruits?
No, I'd rather have the vegetable of a watermelon.
Big, round, so firm and bursting.
There's
Hold on, firm?
This is just the boob joke chapter.
Yeah. I'm not honestly sure I want bursting either, actually.
Burst in your mouth.
Ah! Not in your mouth. Burst in your mouth, not in your hands.
Oh, the ideal woman's boobs are gushers.
God damn it, stop.
Hear that, ladies? If you aren't fruit flavored. The whole point being, they're in the garden, they're harvesting, they're getting their harvest.
Mhm.
They're harvesting tits, yeah.
Yes, yes, as you do.
And you is just really paying attention to how large and round Chio's various assets are.
This is also where we get the swimsuit. So like, why not just do a?
They literally even do the thing where it's like, yes, you crack open the watermelon at the beach. It's like a whole game and everything. Let's just do it here.
We must conduct the ritual. Allow me to manifest this stick. Why is the tip of it dripping?
Also, why am I holding it down at your crotch level and whispering what you want One-chan to do? You basically just jizzes in his pants over her instructing him. Because again, you has a very specific kink.
It's joy? He's real into joy, I guess.
No, he loves being led without thinking, doing whatever One-chan commands. Keep telling me I'm a good boy.
Yeah. No, joy,
I mean,
J-O-I.
that unfortunately tracks because the whole woobiness of this is no one has done this to him. It's his first time.
He's developed a kink because he got woobied too hard.
Yes, literally.
Authors, remember this. If you wooby your character too hard, they will get a very, very specific kink.
Stop bullying me too much. I'll come.
Yes, yes, that is the kink.
But yeah, you literally is foaming at the mouth, like hyperventilating as Chio's wrapping her arms around him, and he's going like, okay, I'm gonna be real honest with myself right now. We are playing a very dangerous game.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, I really want to fuck my sister.
I acknowledge that's weird.
Yes.
She's like, ara, you-kun, those aren't watermelons, as he collapses into her boobs. No, I just got a bit faint there for a second. Well, let me show you how it's done. Oh, wait, no, my power is too great. I blindfolded myself, but I can still see the watermelon. This is totally unfair. I don't know, try to block it out of your mind. Block it out of my mind? Oh no, crap! It's like a
The
pink.
more I think about watermelons,
It's like a pink elephant. The more I try not to think about it, I think about it more. Watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. Chio, are you manifesting this watermelon to sprout into a giant water mound? Neat. Why is it phallic?
No, the giant water mound is a different chapter.
oh, we didn't get to that one, thank goodness.
Oh god, there's definitely a water sports chapter, isn't there?
Anyway,
Anyway, the manga remembered the plot existed.
Yep.
Kind of.
we actually talked about a big chunk of this in the very beginning, where this is where we find the insurance card.
Because Yu goes to visit his uncle on his deathbed, although his uncle's looking pretty good in the hospital, so I don't actually know.
His get him out of the plot bed.
Yeah.
Where he can only say sentences that are vaguely like, go get my card, letter, open letter. Also, don't go into my fuck shed. And many times can I tell you, don't go into the fuck shed?
You know, it's definitely better than when Old Man Waitley went and dumped the entire exposition about you need to go get the Necronomicon chapter page 729 so that you can perform the ritual to open the gate to Yogg-Sothoth, and the birds are coming for me.
Man, Sam, you want this to be a lot more Lovecraftian than it actually is.
I know.
That's okay,
Like,
Sam.
like they mentioned Shub-Niggurath in the first bit, and then like nothing else has been actually Lovecraftian.
I know, but a man can cope.
Is that cope or hope?
Both.
Yes.
Anyway, we finally found the insurance card. Key item get. It was in these letters the whole time.
These foreign letters.
Yeah, terrible place to keep your insurance card, honestly.
I don't know. His uncle doesn't seem like the most well-organized individual. He seems very fixated by one key item. I don't know.
I want to know why his uncle kept a picture of him and his parents that he's ripped the faces off of his parents. And it's just him as a moody teenager?
Because
why?
then it's dramatic for the plot.
It's him as a moody teenager looking a lot like you.
He looks nothing like me.
Knew it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say my plot prediction now. I think that the whole point of the Eldritch shed is it's either going to be Uncle wanted to bring his sibling back to life, use parent, or the more horrifying option is he wanted personal immortality, but the only way that would work would be essentially reincarnation. So you is a new vessel for him when he dies.
Maybe. That's an interesting hypothesis.
That's dark and really interesting. So that's not what it is.
I was gonna say
I know.
that is so much more interesting than I'm sure what the manga is gonna do.
Yeah, I know.
But we gotta get a cute baby photo of you.
I like how Baby Yu looks like he's drawn in a completely different manga. And I also like how the mangaka got real lazy because Baby Yu is wearing a striped shirt and they just decided, fuck it, all the stripes are going horizontally across. Even the fact his arms are punched in.
Yeah.
He looks like a Chowder character, honestly. Because he's not the boyfriend. He's the brother.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get that. Remember that.
Yeah, the narrative utility of this is to establish who Yu's parents were. And it's they're fine. They're generic enough sad dead parents. But this is to set up the idea of Chio feeling jealous of his actual family.
There's also the weird thing in that his mom was often sick and bedridden, like his uncle is now. Maybe that could be something, or maybe it could just be anime wasting disease. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. I honestly, it's probably set up so it could be used either way, depending on what's decided later. Because I can't imagine this has a deep interwoven plot going all the way to the end. This is going to go as long as it sells, and then when it stops selling, they're going to spend 2 chapters wrapping the plot up in a tidy bow.
It's gonna be how many chapters can we get away with implying pegging without actually showing pegging? Because even this chapter legitimately has, hey, don't worry, Yukun, you can be the little spoon. I'm just gonna slide up on in here.
The climax, we'll say, will be when the pegging happens.
Oh, we also get another little lore drop of I don't know. I can't even call it a lore drop because it's so vague, but it's that like weird person that Chio knows who taught her about human society before she lived in human society. It's like, and she taught me a lullaby, which is human magic to get babies to go to sleep. And you can be my baby. Shove you into my boobies. Go to sleep now.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna sing a foreign lullaby to you.
yeah, it's a foreign language, and there's something vaguely familiar about this foreign lullaby. Is something that we'll bring up later if we feel like it.
I know we keep bringing it up. If we just had one like plot coupon that wasn't so painfully vague, I would like them a lot better. But it's just like all of them are just open-ended plot coupons. So it's like
I
redeem whenever.
I like this is a common problem that we bump into whenever we do slice of life stuff. That's the standard trope. Vague plot coupon, redeem whenever.
Yep.
I mean, this is actually why like a lot of like romance tropes are hated so much. It's like you can do really compelling love triangles. You just have to actually have anything happen in a timely fashion.
Nah, will they, won't they forever? That's what the people want.
Nah, let's go to the store to get some vanilla popsicles to suck down on.
Mhm.
But will I appear normal as a human? Actually,
My sandals aren't too old fashioned, are they?
I don't want people to call me a hag. Aren't you older than the sun or whatever?
Shut up.
But
Am I gonna look out of place with this dress I'm wearing barely containing my chest?
Well, you're in a manga, so you're fine there.
her ass is
Jeez.
fat, her titties poppin'. Her hands, her feet are hooves.
Oh god, her feet do clip clopping. So yeah, they man, the amount they set up the popsicles to just casually eat with like the bowl.
Yeah, there's no shenanigans with them.
It's literally just, haha, we're having a fun time.
Honestly, I respect it as like an anti-joke for
Oh, yeah.
like this sort of like raunchy manga.
So you enjoy it when the manga edges you, is what you're saying.
You enjoy gooning for this manga.
I resent both of you deeply.
That's fair. We deserve it.
Yay!
But yeah, no, them being like, we're gonna get the vanilla popsicles, and then we're just going to
Have a wholesome time.
have a
Oh
wholesome
my.
time together.
Oh my, what a beautiful lady we are with. Oh yeah, she's my sister.
It's nice when siblings get along.
Yep.
Yeah.
We live in the mountains. Siblings used to get along real nice.
So it starts to rain and they seek shelter in a shrine. And she's like, I wonder if the god here will take offense to me being here. I mean, are gods like actually real? You're like a demon and whatnot. Oh, I've got no idea. How does that work? Oh, humans think that anything stronger than them is a god. But really, as is easily exemplified by me, anything stronger than them is still just people, but with a different perspective.
It's way too existential for this brain dead raunchy comedy.
I have problems with you on like a philosophical level because I don't think that can be true. But
So, wait. But there's like things that people can't do. So there's things that there's things that gods can't do? Yeah. Like what? I mean, I couldn't resurrect the dead or anything.
It's really weird that you brought that up unprompted like that. That's interesting.
That's weirdly specific, One-chan. Oh, hey, the rain's clearing up.
Yeah, it's funny because the like mental example that she gives is peeling an apple.
Yep.
by the
Which
gods.
that is so much more in tone with this manga.
By the void, she can peel an apple.
They literally just have a super cute moment that's like, yeah, hey, I wish that I could spend way more time with you, Yukun. This is great. Don't you have a wish? And in that moment, you realized in his deep heart that he couldn't think of a single thing because he had no wishes left. Everything he wanted was being granted by Chio. And I'm like, that's actually really horrifying. Like,
Uh-huh.
Well, to be fair, the manga does kind of address that like that's weird and concerning. Like Yu himself in his narration is like
It's like, is he crying
it
from
looks like tears of
joy?
joy is how it's
But
drawn,
but also like the context surrounding it might be like tears of horrified revelation of like, wow, I've been so neglected and abused that having this weird inhuman monstrosity posing as a sexy older woman is literally giving me everything I've ever wanted because I don't know how to want for more.
yeah, and he refers to like her filling around the pit of anxiety in him.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
And it's like the phrasing, it's not clear if she is creating or merely parasitizing the anxiety. Like it's not framed positively either way.
Look, she needs to fill at least one hole for him.
preferably multiple from his point of view.
There are plenty of voids that she can fill.
Life has many voids, Ed boy. But yeah, that actually is the end of our reading. There's a bunch of bonus art from volume 2. One of them is really funny because it's her looking at the remaining cheese snack she had. But the way it's drawn, I just saw it as her holding one more condom.
Yep, it looks very
Yes.
much like a condom.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a condom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, the end of volume art has an entirely new girl who I presume
yeah.
will be introduced.
Yes.
I think that's the mom from the other series the mangaka does.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Because
she's right.
drawn as like a medieval knight.
Yeah, I remember now from the promotional material of that. You are right. But yeah, thus brings us to the end of our reading. So, not a lot of characters or
There were literally 2.
Yeah, so we can't really
technically it was the uncle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He appeared multiple times.
It's pretty generous to call the uncle a character.
He's a comatose man who speaks one sentence, yes. Speaks half a sentence.
It'd be a little hard to do our usual favorite character, favorite such and such here. So
insert thing here.
Yeah.
No, that's the tagline for this manga.
So I think we can skip straight to plot predictions. Well, I've already given mine. I think that the uncle has been playing too much Warframe and is trying to do continuity on you in order to have an eternal life. And that's about it. That's all I got.
Counterpoint, I think the uncle pursued black magic and did a whole bunch of experiments because he wanted to pursue an eternal wife.
So you think he had a speech impediment?
No, I think he was fucking the wall vagina.
I want a big titty goth GF, and I will go to the depths of hell to find one.
I will never leave the shed.
I
respect the hustle.
Yeah. I also said earlier, I genuinely think there's going to be another character added who's an angel that they call Day. But
yeah,
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I kind of already gave my plot predictions as well. The way that the narration is framed implies that, but a lot of her characterization in the actual scenes themselves imply the alternative of it's going to end wholesome. So do you want something that is sad and horrifying, or do you want something that is fun and wholesome? Pick your poison. It does a pretty darn good job of setting up both of them. Either one is less effective if the other isn't an option. So
I think narratively, if it went down the dark path, you'd be getting some genre dissonance though, because we're 2 volumes in, and wholesome outweighs everything by far.
Yeah, the thing that's most strongly setting up the horrifying is Yu's narration, and in all honesty, I I'm kind of feeling that it's probably going to go the wholesome route, most likely. But it has just enough, because it's like if they do go the horrifying route, they would want it to be a twist.
Yeah.
It is adequately set up for that option, which also leaves the lingering doubt of, will it be wholesome in the end? So anyone who wants it to be wholesome, anyone who prefers the happy ending, has would theoretically have that tension.
Mm.
I don't think this has enough of a plot to keep somebody invested that long, which is the usual problem with slice of life stories. They can be done in a way that actually like skirts that problem, but this is not one of them.
And Jay, I don't know how much of this you have read, but what's your plot predictions?
So
Or just
probably because I
knowledge?
am the one who knows the least about Eldritch, is I didn't catch on until like very late on the connection here. So yeah.
It's a
Um
very loose connection. I don't think you missed much.
yeah.
The only reason I latched onto it so hard is because I'm a fucking nerd for this.
But yeah, I lean toward there being a happy ending but with a twist, I think. I think it's going to be one of those wholesome horror where it's still miraculously like terrifying, but for whatever reason our protagonist is okay with it because again, he is woobied to oblivion, so he's not operating from a place of stability.
Mhm.
So
I accept my horrifying death because at least One-chan let me finish.
yeah, something like that. So that's what I'm thinking.
The elder fuck. And that's how he goes out.
Yes.
Honestly based.
You know what? Yeah.
I haven't experienced an orgasm beyond what man was meant to feel.
I'm just saying, if Eldritch horrors just became, sex mommies, we'd be doomed, okay?
You mean Eldritch horrors?
Yep.
Oh
Aha.
my.
Oh, anyway, would you continue reading? I think for me, this goes on the long list of, sure, why not? Like, I'm not crazy invested. I'm not, like, chomping at the bit for more, but yeah, if I've got nothing better to do and I'm in the mood for some nonsense of this variety. Matt, how about you?
I'm gonna go on the no for this. By the end of this, nothing has happened. We're 2 volumes invested, and it's like, okay, then it's doing slice of life nonsense, but then like the slice of life isn't like super funny, and it's not super horny. So it's just kind of like a weird middle ground.
It's just kind of there,
And
yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm not super invested, so I am out.
Fair. Jay, how about you?
I'd have to agree with you, Sam. I'd probably read it casually, like I have been doing, Eh. It's entertaining. Would I got in my way to like keep up with it? No.
All right, and Jacob.
So once again, we know that this is Eldritch horror because I agree with Matt. Yeah, no, the pretty much a hard no from me. Like even on my long list of things I mean to get back to, this is the kind of slice of life stuff that's never going to go anywhere, and that is an appeal for some audiences. I am distinctly not one of them. I really only can stand slice of life stuff if there's either some kind of action plot that is like a major B plot, or if the plot coupons aren't redeem whenever plot coupons. One of those two has to be true for me to be invested, because
Mhm.
I already know I'm not going to get any kind of plot advancement until the series gets canceled, and I don't want to wait around for that. That said, though, if that is your jam, I would highly recommend this because, as I mentioned early in the episode, whilst it is very much not my genre and I don't like this sort of story, it is excellent craft for what it is. The fetishes your mileage may vary, and you have to be into the genre. But if you want something like this, if you want this kind of like perpetual plot slice of life the with a pegging thing, then this was made for you. Congratulations.
Which actually, if your kink is pegging, why are you not reading the Summer Hikaru die?
Straightforward, to the point. Yes.
Does it count?
Well,
as-
see,
I
the
don't
summer.
think it counts as pegging if it's both dudes.
Well, the Summer Hikaru died
Ooh.
is for the Achillic, and then if you are straight, then
Then that's when you go for the
Then
sword.
nothing is made for you. Go home. That feels objectively false, but okay.
Anyway, thank you everybody once again for tuning into the Over Manga Cast. As always, you can find us on all your social medias where we are at Over Manga Cast.
You can also find us on YouTube where you can like, comment, and subscribe. Our episodes go up there on a 2-week delay. So if you don't want us edging you that badly, you can head over to overmangacast.com where all of our episodes are bursting out right. I'm not going to keep doing the bit. All
Please
the
don't.
episodes are... There's a comment section on those episodes as well. So you can tell us what you thought of what we read, give us recommendations, whatever you want.
And as always, we appreciate reviews in any and all forums. If for some reason you thought this 169th episode was weirdly not horny enough, feel free to tell us. We love to get that kind of feedback, and we will strive to make the next 269 episodes especially horny just for you. Or in spite of you. I don't care. By the way, speaking of listener feedback, we have a recommendation from quite a few people. Sam, what are we reading next week?
We're going back to the Sakamoto days, chapters 37 to 52. So if you're keeping up with the show, be sure to read that, and we'll see you all next Thursday. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Close the basement.
God damn it.
Sam, get out of there. Cthulhu's not going to fuck you.
Stop listening in on me.